Reflecting on Geneva, I want to start by saying congratulations to the German team on their first win. Thomas, Sebastian, Tim, Eric, and the whole squad, well done. Our team saw a little bit of everything this week. It was flat out difficult racing, but it's clear that our team made some progress, especially Sunday. Of course, we still aren't satisfied. Day one, starting with a black flag, is not how you want to start out any day. But we bounced back in race 2 with a P4, and unfortunately in race 3, we had a tough P12 after getting swallowed in the pack. The team worked deep into the night on Saturday to identify and start to rectify some of the challenges that we didn't handle the way that we really would have liked to. On Sunday, Taylor, Michael, and Hans did a fantastic job sailing 3 up and managing tough conditions and keeping our boat moving through the fleet after a couple of really nice starts. 2 P4s on the day were a great way to end the doubleheader. There's a lot to take away from and learn from this past weekend, but I'm pleased with how the team responded to a tough first race after a long couple weeks on the road. We'll take those lessons into Cadiz and keep working to show what this team is capable of. I'm confident that we have the right group of people to compete. Now let's get into your questions. This is the Buckley Debrief. The new LAB2 foils and light air rudders proved just how little wind is needed to foil in an F50 now. So that's really exciting because we're gonna be able to go to venues that have historically a little bit less wind, slower racetrack, and have our F50s ripping around the racetrack. When we go down to 3 up sailing, you need a driver, so Taylor continues to drive the boat. You need a wing trimmer, so Michael stays on at trimming the wing. And then the third position, I think different teams do a few different things. We think it's important to have the flight controller. Hans is a really great all-around sailor, so we went with Taylor, Michael, and Hans in all of our 3 up racing. Being on the chase boat, you're one step closer than the pit wall is to the actual racing. You're seeing the wind in real time, you're seeing the waves, you're seeing the shifts. The problem is wherever the chase boat is positioned, you could be on one side of the course, you could be on the top of the course, the bottom of the course, and you can't see the other side, or you can't see the top, or you can't see the bottom. So it's a little bit tricky. Traditional sailing, chase boats are following the fleet around the course. In our style of racing, that's not possible. It just wouldn't be safe. So we're all trying to figure out how to best use the people on the chase boat, because we have really great sailors sitting on the chase boat who want to be involved, who we want to be involved. And I think we'll see, as this league continues to grow, more technology being used from the water so that everybody is contributing. It's no secret that when it's lighter, it's more towards traditional sailing. Everybody is on more of a equal platform for all the sailing they've done in their lives. And our team has done a lot of that. Taylor is probably the best M32 sailor, of all time. He's a multi-time world champion in that class. So when an F50 isn't foiling, it's very similar to that. So you hear me talk a lot about confidence comes from preparation, and so when you have a team that's done a lot of sailing like that, the confidence level is quite high. And what we're trying to do is bring that confidence, bring that preparation into more extreme conditions so that we can compete as the wind is stronger and the racetrack is faster and faster. Listen, all the teams were trying to figure out what the minimum wind speed, more importantly, boat speed is required to go from H1, which is 1 hull up in the air, to foiling. And we're all pushing the limits there and trying to see what that bottom number is. The problem is if you take off a little bit too early, you got to start the process over, and it can be a huge loss. Because you have to get to a build angle and you're losing on the fleet who's kind of sailing a low angle. So it's a really critical decision, because once you're up and ripping, you're going around all the people who aren't. But when it's right on the verge, you have to burn a lot of distance to get up and foiling. So I think you'll see all the teams pushing lower and lower as they get better at using the current foils, and as we all study the data from Geneva, we'll all start to understand what that bottom number is. Geneva was an absolutely beautiful racetrack. You're racing right off of downtown, surrounded by mountains. The city showed up. There were thousands of fans all over town. People were really into the racing. Obviously, it was a little bit less wind than we'd hoped. It was quite a slow racetrack, but I know everybody was having fun, and I think that the league and the teams are excited to go back to Geneva, over the next few years. Yeah, my standard boring answer is progress. We've got 2 races, and we've just got to continue showing ourselves that we're making progress. And as we do that, it's going to start to translate into better results. Last Sunday, we were second on the day for 2 races. That's a big accomplishment for our team, but we've got to do it on a more consistent basis. So progress and consistency is what I'm looking for in Cadiz and Abu Dhabi to finish the season. But we're going to take this one day at a time. I know everybody is really excited to get back out on the water in Cadiz. Conditions can be just about anything. It can be light, flat, it can be windy, huge waves, it can be light and big waves. So can't wait to get there, wish it was tomorrow.